Okay, in this last video, I would like to show the last step in this process of converting a minimum viable product into production ready code. So the whole thing so far has been a process to formalize, to extract basically little pieces of behavior, characterize what that behavior is. So we have, in that process, we have characterized that there is one function that has a problem, and we flag that with fix me, so we can quickly see it. There is this test here that if we did not, we're skipping now, but it's flagging that there is a problem there. So the problem is that the function specified temp has it twice, is doing a computation that should do only once. So the fix is this one here. So you can see now here at the bottom that there is one test failing. It's the values are incorrectly calculated, so we can now remove, let's pretend that we have discussed the issue with the person who developed this MVP. We agree that, okay, this is gonna be a behavioral change, right? So this is not a refactoring, this actually changes the behavior of the code. So this is very sensitive type of change, so that's why we needed to have a conversation. And now it's clear, it's a bug, so we're gonna just fix it. This is the fix, removing that double call to times 5/9. And maybe while we're here, I wonder if, no, I think we're good. Let's just leave it at that. Let's run the test again. And that's it. So this is all we need to do. Let's not run checks again while we create a commit here. This should usually be associated to, so here is the diff, should be associated to an issue, so fix cell specify temp, and also should be associated to an input in the news files. So you can do use and use to keep track of important changes. So now in this version you can say, hey, we the function specify temp now correctly converts Fahrenheit to Celsius. And typically there is an issue number here that say this, let's call it nat1. Pretend that we did open the issue and we closed it, and that's it. So with this, let's add it first. News. So and that's completes the whole cycle. Maybe the one last thing that I would do I'm going to include in this video because this one has been very short. So the last one thing, no, it has been very short because we've been very lucky that there was only one bug because the code base is very small. But the beauty of the whole process was to have a very structured way to identify problems and improve them, and to also capture good behavior in such a way that if we accidentally change it, we get notified by our tests, right? So that's the whole value that we add to the project. So now the kind of last little thing I'd like to do is maybe to show how you can create at least a local website, and how you can add the MVP that now changed a lot and it's no longer an MVP, it's just now like a script for the analysis. We're gonna move it from there to a package website. So first we're gonna turn it into an article inside the vignettes folder of the package. That's vignettes are a formal product of element of some packages. So we're gonna do use this use article. It's similar to a vignette, but sorry, we need a name here for the article. Cleaning, let's call it cleaning swimming data. It's like a vignette, but it's not gonna be installed with the package. It's gonna be only available on the website if we build one. When you call the function use this, use article, you get a template that has nothing there. So what we're gonna do is copy the whole thing here, except probably for the headers. Let's see how it all works. So we don't need the title, we don't need that introduction, so let's paste it here and then remove what we don't need. So this is good, this is not good, this is not good, and I mean, we already have production here and here again, so maybe just we can formalize it in the setup. We're gonna move the two things here, remove one production. This is helpers, this will be packages. We can move faster now because we have tests, and this is not even part of the code in the package. It's kind of outside the package. Is an article, helpers. What else do we have here? So let's move the helpers here. Data. So we're gonna move data here. And in the article we can show some outputs, so the readers can immediately see what's going on. Maybe here we don't need to break up the process like that. We could do simply something like raw pipe localize pipe specify and then assign all that to clean. Oops, sorry. To clean, yep, that's what I mean. This is clean, and then finally save. Okay, so maybe we don't even need to save. Now we just need to show how to clean data, so it's kind of up to the user what to do with that. So I think the article should be okay like that. And then also maybe we don't need to this anymore, because we could potentially create an example data set from here, similar to what we did with the tests. So we can do, because the idea is to demonstrate the use of the package. So data pasta triple paste. So the raw data is now gonna be just that triple. There we go. We need to remember to protect this from this styler off. Turn it off there. Turn it on back again here. Sorry, like that. So we don't need anymore this helper. We don't need anymore the reader either. That also means that we can remove that from description, I'm pretty sure. So let's go to description, see what we have there. I don't think we are using fs anymore, or pre-r. In any case, we're gonna run check to see if that's true, and we're gonna build our article in a moment. So let's see, this this should work just by needing it, and it seems to work. And actually, this is such a small script that I would also be tempted to move it to our instead of having it in the website, we could also have it in the README of the package. But I think it's nice to show how to create an article, and we already did it, so let's leave it there for now. And that's it. Now, to build the package locally, we do package down. First, use package down, and then that creates this configuration file for the website. You don't need to modify it if you don't want to. And now we do package down, build site. So that will create a website. It will show a preview. The website is going to exist inside this repo as a doc folder. So if you go to that folder and you click on the once this completes, there should be an index file. If you click on that, the website will pop up. And the website is a great tool for communication. Basically, you can see there a list of the functions that the package has, the documentation, the help files that you could otherwise see in R-only, and access to the articles and the README file too. So you'll see that in a moment. Also get some crucial information from the description file. Also access to the news to see what has changed, information about the license, a bunch of things. Okay, so while this won't take long, but still I'm gonna pause it to not make you wait. But also kind of reflecting that RCMD check has passed cleanly now, so that's great news. All right, so I'll see you in a moment when this completes. Okay, I've been working on the README file because it's going to be the home page of the website. The website is rebuilding and it's about to complete. So the website will have like now a nicer homepage where I explain a bit about the goal of the package, and I gave generic instructions to how to install it, and show the example that is basically a reproduction of what we have in the article. I wanted to show the article here. Usually the article, you wouldn't repeat it exactly, but in this case I just want to demonstrate that you can do an article. So it shows how the package works, so how you can use it to clean some swim data. We also have a reference section that shows the different functions, for example, localized beach. All the help file you could see locally in R, you can see it here too. The change log, where, for example, we recorded that there was a bug fix there. It's all very nicely interlinked as well, so from one place you can jump to another. And that's about it. That's all I wanted to show. So the website right now lives in the repo itself, in this kind of docs folder. Here it is. So the index file, if you click on that index file, that on the web browser, that opens the website. Typically, you could publish it on GitHub, on GitHub pages actually, but that's kind of beyond the scope, I think, of the refactoring itself. So we'll leave it at that. The only thing we need to do now is to go to that inst folder and reflect on if we need or not that xdata folder. I don't think we need any more. Actually, we could remove the whole inst directory. It was a temporary thing that we did to work with the code while it was not tested. But now we have all the code is in the R directory, all the tests are in the test directory, so everything is where it should be in a production ready piece of code. And addition to the tests that the tests are already there, but we can run them locally as we normally do, hitting here on test very frequently, and also by clicking check. The checks pass cleanly except for this note about the time, which you can totally ignore. But then another place where you would like to run all the tests and checks is on GitHub itself. So GitHub supports continuous integration pipelines with a tool called GitHub Actions, and it's also easy to implement that using the use-this package. So I'm not going to show that. It's a bit beyond the scope of this particular series of videos, but I think with that we'll wrap this final video where I show how to fix bugs, and then because we had time, I showed how to create a website for your package. All right, that's the end. Thanks.